Hi there, hello, and welcome to Base Camp. I'm Pastor Pat. Well, Christmas and New Year's are done, which means all the parties are done, which means it's time to clean up, which means I've got to take all the trash out, and you know what that means. Otto the Grump. I wonder how his New Year's is going. Well, hey Otto, how's your New Year going?
It was going swimmingly, but now drowning would be an improvement.
I had hoped that maybe you had made a resolution to be nicer, but I see that resolutions still aren't your thing.
What? You think I don't care about self-improvement? That is so insulting.
Oh, sorry, Otto. I didn't mean to insult you. You made a New Year's resolution?
Of course I did. I'm always working to be a better grump.
Well, I'm almost afraid to ask.
Then don't.
What did you resolve to do this year?
So I guess your resolution was to be nosier?
It's called caring, Otto. I'm just showing interest in you and what's important to you.
What's important to me is to be left alone. But since I know you won't leave me alone until I answer your annoying questions, I resolved to lie more this year.
Lie more? That's pretty much the exact opposite of what New Year's resolutions are meant for.
What? You expect me to resolve to lose weight like you did? How's that going for you?
How did you know that I resolved to lose weight?
What else would you resolve to do? You can't resolve to not be ugly.
Let's get back to your resolution.
Fine. I'm bored talking about you anyway.
Sometimes when people are looking for ways to improve themselves, they ask for advice. Did you ask anyone for advice on what resolution to make for yourself this year?
Questions I already know the answers to? I don't need to ask.
With your resolution, maybe you should.
Fine. You got a magic 8-ball that I could use?
No. Otto, you can't resolve to lie more.
Too late. I already did.
Otto.
Fine. Tell you what. We'll flip a coin to see whether I should listen to you or do what I want. Heads, I listen to me. Tails, I don't listen to you.
No.
All right. I'll think of a number. You guess if it's odd or even. If you get it right, I'll listen to you.
Are you gonna write it down ahead of time?
I won't forget it.
No, I mean so that you don't change it.
What? You don't trust me? You think I might lie about what number I picked?
Didn't you just make a resolution to lie more?
No. Well, how would you suggest I come up with what resolution I should take?
Well, I think that reading the Bible and praying about it is a good way to see what things we should be doing.
The Bible and prayer? That's not going to tell me what I want to hear.
Exactly. But it will tell us what we need to hear.
Why would I want to hear that?
You remind me of King Ahab in the Bible.
King Ahab? Wasn't he the most evil king that Israel ever had?
Yes.
Thanks.
It's not a compliment.
It ain't a horseradish sandwich either, but I'll take it.
In 1 Kings chapter 22, King Ahab had the king of Judah, Jehoshaphat, visiting him and asked Jehoshaphat if he would support Israel in a war with Aram. Jehoshaphat said he would, but first he wanted to consult with a man of God, a prophet. Ahab said okay and summoned all of his prophets, a about 400 of them, who all said that they should go to war and that God would give them the victory.
See? Ahab knows what he's doing.
Except Jehoshaphat knew that none of these guys were true prophets of God. In 1 Kings chapter 22, verses 7 through 9, we read, "But Jehoshaphat asked, 'Is there no longer a prophet of the Lord here whom we can inquire of?' The king of Israel answered Jehoshaphat, 'There is still one prophet through whom we can inquire of the Lord, but I hate him because he never prophesies anything good about me, but always bad. He is Micaiah, son of Imlah.' The king should not say such a thing," Jehoshaphat replied. So the king of Israel called one of his officials and said, "Bring Micaiah, son of Imlah, at once." They go to get him, and the messenger tells Micaiah that all the other prophets are saying good things about Ahab, and he should too. But Micaiah replies that he can only tell him what the Lord says.
Party pooper.
Sure enough, Micaiah tells Ahab that the Lord showed him that Ahab would die from the battle.
I bet Ahab didn't like hearing that.
Nope. He whined about it to Jehoshaphat, saying in verse 18, "Didn't I tell you that he never prophesies anything good about me, but only bad?" He even had Micaiah put in prison and told them to keep him there, feeding him only bread and water until Ahab returned from the battle. But Micaiah told Ahab that if he ever returned, then Micaiah hadn't truly heard from the Lord.
I can see why Ahab didn't like listening to him. He never told him what he wanted to hear.
Right, but he told him the truth, which is what he needed to hear.
Where's the fun in that? Why can't we just do what we want?
Actually, Ahab did still do just what he wanted. He went to war.
Even though the prophet told him he would die? What happened?
He died.
Oh.
Yeah, ignoring the truth and only listening to what you want to hear is definitely a recipe for disaster.
Well, I can't cook, so I've got no need for any recipes.
That's not what that means.
Maybe you should resolve to speak more clearly then. I don't need to hear this.
So you're still going to resolve to lie more?
No, I guess not.
Glad to
Unless
hear
I'm
it.
putting that new lying thing into practice right now.
I guess they're right. You can lead a grump to the truth, but you can't make him listen to it. We need an outside voice of truth to guide us, even if it's telling us something that we don't want to hear. Jeremiah chapter 17 verse 9 says that the heart is deceitful above all things. If we only listen to ourselves, we're listening to some bad advice. Let's be wiser than Ahab and possibly Otto and choose to listen to godly counsel. I'm Pastor Pat with Base Camp, a ministry of Summit Church in beautiful Bozeman, Montana. We'd love to have you join us for our Sunday services. We meet every week at 10 o'clock. You can also find us online at summitchurchmt.com and on Facebook and YouTube at Summit Church MT. Our children's ministry Facebook page is Base Camp Kids Min. We would love it if you would like, comment, subscribe, and share. Those things really help us to reach more people. Thanks. Maybe that could be your New Year's resolution. Have a great and happy New Year. I'll see you next time. Bye.